this is where it, starts to get, interesting.
Yeah.
Starts to get a little bit more involved. So, and some of the letters start to look alike and that sort of thing. So that's why I try not to do too many letters in a day, because, I want you guys to get, used to it. Like today, I think we're going to get through everything but one letter of this unit. And if I pushed it and did one more letter, we'd be done with the unit. But, I don't want to confuse
Dave,
everybody. I
so-
don't want to, I think it's just enough,
Good idea.
I have to say, at services this week, I followed along, better than I have in decades. So thank
That's
you.
great. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's
I could actually, when I
amazing.
got lost, I could find where I was. When I could
That's
track before, but now I was actually reading it until the cantor was blah, 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 I don't
Right,
know what he was doing. But
Right.
when they were chanting and he was chanting slowly, I could really follow along, and there were some letters I didn't know, but that kind of came back to me. Is it called Sedek?
Tadi,
It's-
yeah.
It's with the thing, yeah.
Yep.
This one with the curvy, and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Well, and I kind of know the word, but the letter in isolation, I don't remember it. So a lot, the Dalit,
Right.
so I don't know the names anymore, but it sounds like something in my way
Right.
back memory. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
we have the Raish,
Uh-huh.
but then it looks like that. And I told my daughter that I was proud of myself for getting the Dalit. She goes, yeah, it's, what did she call it? It's the Raish with a hat or something like that, or a cat.
Okay.
I was like, she called it something, and
Yeah,
it's what
got like
she
a little,
remembered.
almost like a little tail on the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's got their mnemonics, or every
Yeah.
teacher,
was
depending
cute
on
that
how old
way.
you were when you learned it, you have
Yes.
different, ways of remembering it.
Right, and she's 17, so she has a more recent memory of learning than. But it was
Right.
cute.
Yeah.
Why do I have this pair, two pairs of glasses?
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
Marcy. How was your week?
Oh, it was fine. Fast wasn't too bad. And I was so pleased, Lymor, because I could follow where they were in the service. I couldn't read it that fast or anything, but I could pick out in the middle of the where the cantor was singing or whatever.
Right. After 3 weeks, see, you're putting in the work. It's good.
I was real pleased.
Very good. Good, good, good. So yeah, I was just like looking at like what I was going to teach over the next couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, let me plan out the whole semester. And if I have to move things around, that's fine. And I was like, okay, I want to make sure I teach the Hanukkah blessings. I'm like, oh wait, Hanukkah's so late in December. We have plenty of time to do it. So I want to say last year I took 2 weeks to do it. So I think we'll do that again. We'll take 2 weeks to learn those, and because you want to learn the Hebrew and then you want to learn the tune and what kind of goes where in the tune. And so, yeah. So,
I found your review you sent of page 18 and 19.
okay.
Really helpful. I like say the word and then you say it. And I don't get them right all the time, but it's very helpful.
Good, good. Good. Yeah. If you think something else would be more helpful, let me know, because I'm happy to change how I do it or what I do. And yeah.
I had one question though, because I thought, oh, I don't remember where it was. Next time, also, because I thought it would be pronounced different than you did. And I don't know if it was the way it just comes across in the recording.
Could be. And there's multiple ways, right? So like I'm giving you like the Israeli Hebrew pronunciation, and there's variations based on all that.
How's your weather? We
Well,
went,
today we are fantastic. We have 75 degrees. That's the reason that I'm not dressed yet is I went out this morning with my husband and played golf this morning and then came back and was working and all that. And I guess I left my phone in the other room, but okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be 75 degrees today. And I think like after we're done with our class, I'm gonna go out for another walk.
we were 73 yesterday. I went to the park. Our last warm day, our high today is 55. And tomorrow, I think our high is 60, and it's downhill from there.
Yeah, and my husband and I were like, today's gonna be and I'm still in long sleeves this morning because it was 53, 55 when we went out. Because we went at 8 in the morning. But I said to my husband, this might be the last day before we like have to wear like thick sweatshirts to golf and stuff like that. So all the more reason we really want to move south.
I like the seasons. I don't mind them.
I do too, until this winter, which is supposed to be a doozy. And then I'm gonna curse myself all winter.
I hope not. I live in the snow belt east of Cleveland, so I could get buried.
So one year we drove, my husband's from Chicago. One year we drove to Chicago for a bat mitzvah and we were driving home. I want to say it was like November 19th or something like that. Like prime, we knew we could get stuck in snow. And sure enough, like it was bad. And we stopped somewhere around Cleveland, right off Route 80 and found a hotel. And in the morning we couldn't, it was one of those motels where you open the door out to the outside.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, we couldn't open the door. There was 8 inches of snow and
Oh,
somebody saw us trying to open the door and they're like, ma'am, we're coming. I'm like, it's okay. Like my kids were younger. I'm like, guess what, kids? Watch TV. And they were like so thrilled that they got to hang out in the hotel and watch TV. Because whenever we go on vacation, I'm like, do not sit in the hotel. We are going, we're do not watch TV. So, okay, so let's get started. Any questions about last week's material? You said you had a question, Marcy, yeah?
You know, well, I can't remember which word it was. It was one of the words. I was trying to find it. I think it was in. I don't remember. Next time I listen to you, I'll write it down for next week. Next time
No worries.
I'll go over this again because it seemed like the vowel to me was different than what you said.
Okay.
And I can't remember, but maybe, you know, these things are kind of hard to read sometimes, so.
Yeah, it's a bad, it's like it's been copied so many times. But I guess we have the rights to use this copy, so that's what we're using. Anything else from last week? Last week we learned, let's see, I have it written down. Ooh, I have a lot of spreadsheets open. We learned last week Ayin, Aleph, Resh, and Taf. So the Ayin and the Aleph are silent. It takes on whatever vowels with it, right? Okay. All right, so today, let's go to page 20. We're going to learn the Yud. Now, we've previously kind of learned this letter with the vowel before it, right? Where the A vowel comes before it or the E vowel comes before it. In this way, just like in English, it's used as a consonant. So when there's an E under the Yud, it's Yi, right? So the first line would be Yi, Yay, Yeh, Ya, Ya, and Yo, right? And we call it a Yud, Y-U-D, okay? All right, who wants to, who's gonna start us off? Let's start with, I'm just trying to see where on my screen is gonna be easiest to start. Mariella, do you want to start us or are you feeling behind?
I am way behind.
Feeling behind. Okay, so we're gonna skip you today. Not a
I'll
problem.
start off and do something easy.
Line 2. You want to do line 2, Marcy?
Oh, sure, I didn't hear my name. Yeah, yo, yeah, El, Elio, Eliom.
Perfect. All right. Linda, line 3.
Sorry, what page?
Oh, sorry, page 20.
20.
I'm sorry.
Yoel, Yoel, Yoch, Yosh, Yom, Yomi.
Perfect. Karen, line 4.
Line 4. Yal, Yach,
Yeah, so that's Yale, right? That's an A. And that's,
Yale,
uh-huh.
Yach, Yam, Yum, Yar, Yat, Yash.
Okay, good. So it sounds like you're saying but it might just be the way you're saying it. So I just want to say it for everyone else so that they can put it into their box and how they do it. Yale, Yech, Yame, Yame, Yer, Yate, and Yesh. Okay. And line 5.
Y'all, Yah, Yam, Yacht,
Nope,
Yam.
that's
no,
also
no,
Yam. Uh-huh.
Yam, okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Yam, Yamim, Ya, Ya'ar.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let me just do my whiteboard again. So we have a taf and we have a mem sophite. Whoops, I'm not drawing. And we have a mem sophite, which is the final mem, which is, but whoops, oh, that's terrible. Let's undo that. Oh, that's even worse. Sorry. Okay, that's better. So you see that the taf has a curved tail at the bottom and an open bottom. The mem sophite is like a box with a little tail at the top, maybe a little like a baseball cap right at the top. So that's the difference between those two letters. And that is that is sometimes confusing because they are, and if I could find a taf on this page, let me share my screen and see if I could find, there isn't, I looked really quickly, there isn't a word with a taf and a mem on the same, but here, if you look at this, the first one's a mem sophite and the second one's a taf. Okay, and in this style of writing, it has, the taf has a tail here too. So the difference is the open bottom versus just the little tail. Okay. Jamie, line 6.
6. Yell, Yallel, Yech, Yem, Yet, Yesh, Laim. Laim.
Yes, perfect.
Laim.
All right, Dina, line 7.
El, Ich,
Don't forget to pronounce the yud,
yeah,
right? In this
Yeah.
instance, you're pronouncing the yud like a Y.
okay. So how would the first one
So
sound
the
then?
first one is Yil,
Yil,
Yich,
Yich, Yim,
Yim, mhm,
Yeet, Yeesh, Ma'im,
Mayim,
Ma'im.
right?
Okay.
Perfect. No worries, no worries. All right, Judy L., you want to do line 8?
I will try.
Okay,
Yom. Yemim. Mayim. Al. Lot.
okay, that one is ya lot.
I forgot the Ayalot.
Mm-hmm.
Ya wrote.
So that one you have to pronounce the ein with the vowel. Yeah, wrote.
Yeah, I'll wrote.
Yep, that was a hard line. Sorry about that, Judy.
That's all right.
All right. Right now, all my squares have moved around. So now I have to remember where I was. All right. Marcy, I think, was my first one. Line 9, Marcy.
So that would be oh, right? That yod, what you wouldn't say.
You would. Yoch.
Oh, because the O's, that's the only vowel that's after it, that you still say it? 'Cause the
So
other-
the O, that it's not the O. The only ones that you have that won't be pronounced is when it's the E vowel, the 1 dot, or the A vowel, the 2
Oh.
dots, preceding the vowel,
Okay,
preceding the yud, excuse me.
okay. So yoch, yosh, yol, yom, yom, yom.
You got it. All right. Linda, line 10.
El, El Yo, El Yoch, El Yom, El Yom.
Perfect. Okay. Any questions on this page before we go? Yes.
we have-
Tina.
You have to remember that this yud, this apostrophe, it really is a letter,
Correct.
just a thing.
Correct.
Okay, I think I'm looking at it just like an apostrophe, or that really means.
Correct. Because we learned it as a vowel first. That's why.
Oh,
So we learned it as part of the vowel. So
Right,
that's why
okay.
it's a little confusing.
Okay.
So I want to show you, I just lost what I wanted to show you. Oh, here. See this? Yach. The yud and the chaf, so feet, are very similar. The yud has a smaller top and the chaf has a longer bottom. So the
Okay.
chaf actually has a longer top and a longer bottom, but it's pretty much the same letter, just drawn a little longer,
okay,
right?
I
I
see.
just wanted to point that out because it could be
Oh,
confusing.
While you're, I was gonna
Yep.
say, while
Oh,
you were
no,
on
it's
that
fine.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, while you were on that page.
Yeah.
Line 8, the last word, you pronounce Ya'arot. Is
It's
there,
actually, there should be a shva under there, just
Okay.
saying, but it
okay,
should be ya'arot.
okay, Ya'arot, okay.
There should be- there should be a
Ya'arot.
So there should be the two, like the colon under.
Yeah, there should be, there should be a shva underneath. I mean, again,
Okay.
they're just putting
Underneath,
letters
it's-
together for you to say. But ya'ar, the word ya'ar, the last line in line 5 means forest. And the plural of that is ya'arot, which should have a shva under it. That's the only reason I know that it's a word. Otherwise,
And when I'm looking at a prayer book and it has the transliteration, that would be the Y apostrophe wrote. Like if I'm
Uh-huh.
reading kind of the English.
yeah,
Okay, that's the apostrophe is the shva.
yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understand then. So you would always say the yud unless, and you give it the yud sound, unless it's preceded by the E, or A vowel.
Right. So look at the word I'm circling now. Yamim. You don't pronounce it because the E vowel is actually before it.
Okay.
But here in this word here, I'm not going to let go of my mouse, so both of them will be there. Mayim. Right?
Right. Okay.
So if you want to highlight or circle those two in your book, those are good to remember the difference between them. Mariella, you have a question or?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay. All right. So now we're going to move to another letter that looks a lot like some of the letters we've already learned. So this can get confusing. This is a final nun, right? It has a n sound, and this is at the end of the word. So I want you to look right here at these three letters, the yud, the vav, and the nun sofit, how similar they look. They're all the same width on the top. The vav a little bit longer, but they have about the same width on the top. The shortest one is a yud. The one that meets the bottom line of text is the o vowel, and the nun sofit goes below the line. Just like the chaf goes below the line, right? And I want to show you, that's a nun sofit, and here's a chaf sofit. See how the nun and the chaf sofit look a lot like each other? The chaf just has a longer top. So if you end up pronouncing a nun like a chaf or a chaf like a nun, that's a very easy mistake to make. Okay. All right. Dina, you want to try line 1?
Mm,
Now, is it just a
Yeah,
For
it's
the-
just the n sound. Yeah.
Geen,
Sorry, I
Lin,
just pulled it off the screen so I could see your face while we're doing it. I'm sorry if I messed somebody up.
Mean, Sheen, Ron, Tain, Geen,
Hain, that's a hey.
Hain, Hen.
Perfect. Okay. Jamie, line 2.
Okay, unmute. Amin.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Yamin. Yamin. Ain. Shane. Sheen.
Beautiful. Okay. And line 3.
Hamon, Hamon, Ame, Amen, Yomain,
Yamin.
Yomin, Yomin, Yoton, Yoton,
That's so those last 2 words are yetain,
Yeting.
right? Okay. Perfect. All right. Anne, did you want to do line 4?
Sure. Yan, Yin, Yon, Yom, Yin, Yim, Yim, Yin.
Yom, yon.
Yom. Oh, okay, sorry. Yom.
Yep, it didn't go back to that. Okay. All good. Judy Schwartz, did you want to try line 5?
Lymor, would you mind repeating that line?
That line?
I
Sure.
had a hard time hearing her. I wasn't-
Okay. Yan, yin, yon, yom, yon, yon.
And
All
how
right,
do you
Judy
spell the
Schwartz, did you
difference again?
Okay.
between
say
nun
again the
sofit-
difference between,
the
sorry?
nun sofit and the chaf sofit? Because I thought that last one was a chaf. It's
longer.
just shorter on the top?
Here's the half so feet. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. It's the shorter on the top.
Okay.
So line 9, there's a half so feet,
Okay.
and that's the nun so feet. It's a slight difference. Again, with this font, the nun actually kind of goes in a little bit under, if you're writing it, it's going to go in a little bit, but that's not necessarily how it's always written. Just happens to be the font of this book. So,
Okay, before I start,
yeah,
does the ayin make a sound or it's silent?
it's silent. It takes the sound of the vowel under it.
Okay, so that's eh
Uh-huh.
and L and El Yon, El Yo,
Mhm.
El Yon, El Yon, El Yon, El Yon.
There you go. And there's an exclamation point next to it because you've learned one more word in Shalom Aleichem now. And we'll go up to that after we do these. Okay. Trudy S., do you want to try line 6? I'll give you a hint. All 3 phrases are there's 2 words, 3 phrases, and they're all the same.
Did you mean Judy L?
Yes.
Okay. Malachi, Elon, Elyon. Malachi, Elyon, Malachi, Elyon.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Marcy, line 7.
Malachi, Hasharet, Malachi, Elyon.
Wonderful. Linda, line 8.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon.
Amazing. Okay.
She's
Dina,
better than
line
us. She's always fast.
amazing. Dina, line 9.
Mi melech, malchei hamlachim.
Perfect. So, okay, let's go back up to page 1. And now we have learned, I think, the first line of, we could read the first line of Shalom Aleichem, right?
First.
The very first line of the very first page, right? Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon.
I have a question. Why
Yeah.
is there oh, I forgot the name of it now, the syllable stopper.
The Shva.
The shva. Why is that before the under?
So that's so there are a few vowels that you could put a shva next to. It emphasizes that syllable, but it's just a grammatical thing. It doesn't change it. If you see a shva next to a vowel, it takes on the vowel,
Okay.
right? So Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Again, when we're singing it, there's
see.
no pronunciation, like there's no emphasis on any specific syllable. It depends on the tune and how it's sung, right? So, yeah. So like if you sang the traditional Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. If you sang it, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, right? It takes on different emphasis in different syllables based on the tune. It's actually like a pet peeve of mine when somebody does a new tune to something that I've never heard, that they pronounce it differently than I would pronounce the word. you know?
So
And I'm
sing-
like, well, that's the way the person that composed the tune decided to pronounce the word.
I noticed that in the services too. I noticed we have a choir and I noticed sometimes when they were singing and I was trying to follow along, that it was different. I figured, okay, it's a composer license. It's what-
Right, right. It drives me a little crazy, but it's like it's only my issue. It had nothing.
So if we're reading it, we read it proper like you just read it, but singing it is just yada,
It's gonna
yada.
be different. It's gonna sound a little different. The emphasis is gonna be different on different words and things like that.
But if we were to say this, we would say it then
With
grammatically.
emphasis with where those schwas are, that's the emphasis.
Okay.
Or emphasis, whatever.
More things to learn now. How to really-
Exactly. You don't have to, what I'm saying is you don't really have to learn that, because if your goal, again, it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is, I want to be able to follow during the service, I want to be able to find where they are, then you're not going to worry about it, because you're going to be able to find them and be like, oh, that's weird. I would have said it like this, but you're going to keep going. You're not going to be like, okay, Cantor, stop the service. I have questions.
You messed up that word.
Although I've been to some synagogues where they do like an ask the rabbi, and I always want to raise my hand and be like, why'd you sing it that way? But I don't, because first of all, it's never my synagogue, so I don't feel proper doing it. But his answer is probably going to be like, oh, that's the way the tune goes. So, okay, we're ready for another letter.
Could you just say, how many vowels are there in Hebrew again?
Oh, I don't know, 7 maybe. Are you looking to the end of the book? Didn't you
No.
learn from the last 3 days in synagogue? Don't count the number
No,
of pages
no,
at the
no,
end of
I
the
just-
book.
I just wanted to know how many there were.
Hold on, I'll let you know.
How many more we have to keep track of because it's getting complicated.
Right? I
Well,
posted-
it was much easier this week for going through the Machzor and
So
finding
there
one's place.
are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sounds. A, E, U, O. There's 5 sounds, but there's 2 A's. There's A with a yud and A without a yud. There's E with a yud and E without a yud. There's the O, which sometimes comes above the vav, and it's just sometimes a dot. And it's going to be the same with the U vowel. You'll see there's 2 different ones. So I guess you only have the U left to learn. There's only one left.
So why can't they make it simple and just have one notation, one sentence?
Okay.
Well, I mean, I feel that Hebrew, there are a couple of exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, Hebrew's pretty phonetic. And so if your first language wasn't English and then you're studying Hebrew, you're going to really appreciate it, because we have so many exceptions to the rule.
Oh, and English, yeah, English is the hardest. I think.
Right. So so I feel like Hebrew's very phonetic, and it's just, you're going down and up, and there's a couple of exceptions, but not too many. So, okay. New letter, page 22. This is a bet. Okay. And it has a dot in the middle. This is one of those letters that when it doesn't have a dot in the middle is a different sound, and we'll learn that later. The bet sometimes can be confused with the taf, right? If you turn it on its side, it looks like a taf. But the opening is to the left, so that's how you know it's a bet. Okay. So I'll read the first line. B, bay, be, ba, bo, okay. I don't even remember where I got to. Dina, I'm going to start with you. Line 3. Line 2, sorry. I skipped over line 2.
Bo, Bolchi, Boli, Bo me, Bo she, Bo ti.
Perfect. Jamie, line 3.
Bo, boa, boachem, boachem.
There you go.
Great.
Boachem. And with the exclamation point on the end, you know you've learned another word of Shalom Alechem, which is awesome. All right. Marcy, line 4.
Bo, boy, boy, boy.
Perfect. Linda, line 5, which kind of wraps around. It's kind of two lines.
Okay. Bo, boach, boachem, l'shalom.
Perfect. Karen, line 6.
Bolachem la shalom, malachem hashalom, malahem elahi.
Elyon,
Elyon, rather.
right? So those last 2 words are Malache Elyon. Okay,
Malachi Elyon.
you got it. Okay. Anne, line 8.
7.
Well, 7 is the same as 6.
Okay,
Oh.
so 8. Okay. Me, Melech, Malache,
Malche.
Malche, Hamlachim.
There you go. Remember, when the schwa's in the middle of the word, it's a syllable stopper. We don't really make an audible. Okay. Judy Schwartz, line 9.
Shalom. Alachim.
Alechem.
Alechem.
Them. Mhm.
Alechem. Malachim. Malachi. No, Malachi.
Yes.
Malachi, that's what it is. Hasharat. Hasharat.
Hasharet.
Hasharet. Malachi. Elyon.
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 Right. So
El-
I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that so that we have a clean line there.
Thank you.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon. Sound familiar?
Can you do it one more time?
Yeah. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon.
Where's their exclamation point?
I know.
That's the whole line.
All right. Judy L. Line
Wait, can I
10.
just-
Yeah.
But
Ask away.
okay, but isn't the 3 dots as opposed to L?
Eh.
You know,
On
the last word
word?
on that line.
Right.
Mm.
So
So
wouldn't it be
Elyon. Elyon. Because your ein takes on the So
Right.
that if you're phonetically l, y, n.
Okay.
Elyon.
Okay.
Okay. Judy S. Line 10.
Okay. Mimelech, Malche, Hamlachim.
Perfect. Beautiful. All right. So if we go back, so let's go back up to page 1. We can read, let's see, we can read the first 4 lines, I think. I think we can read the first 4 lines. So let's do it to, I'm gonna share the screen so we could follow the bouncing ball kind of thing. Let's do it together. It's going to sound terrible. Because, we're all going to be talking at the same time or whatever. So don't listen, just concentrate on following the bouncing ball and seeing if we could do it together. Okay. Shalom.
Shalom.
Aleichem.
Aleichem.
Malachim.
Hasharet.
Hasharet.
Malachim.
Malachim.
Elyon.
Melech.
Malachim.
Hamlachim.
Hakadosh.
Baruch.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't learn that yet.
So the last three
We
words.
didn't learn the
Yeah.
last three words.
We're about to almost. The ooh.
Almost. Okay. Oh, well, I thought it was going to be fun, but I thought it was going to be something exciting, not fun, but it was fun.
It's always fun.
It is fun.
Learning is always fun.
Good. I'm so glad. Okay. Any other questions? Now we can learn the last vowel, the last sound we need to learn. We can stop. If we think it's too much, we learned 3 letters already today. We can learn this next vowel, which was the last thing on my list for today, but we don't have to. How are we feeling?
Go for it.
We want to learn the last vowel. Okay. All right. Page 23. So this is the oo vowel. And there's 2 different, just like the aw has 2 different ways, so does the oo. It's either 3 dots underneath, or it's this vav with the oo in the middle. Now, I'm going to give you a little helper. I need a little room here at my desk to show you the difference between the oo and the ah. Are you ready? Hold on a second. My skirt is lifting up. All right. So when the vowel is on the top of the vav, it says oh. When the vowel is in the middle, it says ooh, like you just got punched in the stomach, right? That makes sense to everybody?
Yes.
Now this is recorded, so anybody could go back and watch it. Maybe I'll send it to my kids. They'll laugh at me. It will be fun. My daughter was here one day last semester when I was teaching the class, and she goes, "Who are you teaching?" Grown-ups that never learned Hebrew, how to read Hebrew. She's like, "Oh, okay, that makes much more sense." She's like, because they already know some words because they've been to synagogue. Like it all came through to her because she was trying to listen and understand what I was doing. So anyway, okay. So I'm going to read lines 1 and 2 for you. It's going to be the same thing both times. Ooh, ooh, who, lu, mu, ru, shu, to, you. Same thing on line 2. Ooh, who, lu, mu, ru, shu, to, you. So 2 different ways, same vowel.
Why did they do that?
You know,
You just said one way and we found it.
I didn't invent the language, so I'm not sure why they did that, but it's a little easier with the all vowel because the dot is on top and it's either with a vav or without a vav. This one's totally different. I'm not sure why they do it. But that's the way it is. Now, grammatically, the aw sometimes could be with a vav, sometimes doesn't have to be, but grammatically, the oo, there are reasons why you would use one versus the other. I don't know what they are. That's way beyond my knowledge base, but I do know that much about it. So, okay.
So just say again, the difference, the sound between the 3 dots and the 1 dot in the middle.
Same sound.
Same
Ooh.
sound.
Just says ooh. Same sound. just two different vowels to do it. Kind of like we have the ah vowel, which is one with a line and one with a little plus sign, but same pronunciation. So, I think, where was I? Oh, we got through my whole screen. Okay, Dina, we're going to start with you, line 3.
Who, own.
Okay, those are so that is a chaf sofit. This is what I'm telling you. I'm just trying to see if on that page, we don't have any nun sofits on that page, by the way.
No. So how did I mess that up? What is that then? Oh my
Well,
goodness.
that's a chaf sofit. The chaf
Oh.
sofit is a little bit longer
Okay.
than the nun. And that's the difference. So if you go up to just to page 22, the last line, the last word on line 9,
Uh-huh.
compare that with page 10, the next page 23.
Gotcha.
Slightly longer.
Should be
Yes,
Okay.
perfect.
Goodness. Okay.
All right, Jamie, line 4.
Line 4. Bar, Baruch, Baruch.
Beautiful. Marcy, line 5.
Ruch, Baruch.
There you go. Linda, line 6.
Hu, Ruchu, Barchu, Barchu.
Perfect. Karen, line 7.
Baruch, Baruch, Baruch.
Perfect. Anne, line 8.
Two.
That's a hey. That's
Oh, who, Baruch, who.
You got it. So the difference between the top and the hey, if you go up to lines 1 and 2, the third from the right is the hey, and the second from the left is the taf. So you could see the difference between those two letters.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, no problem. Judy S, line 9.
Baruch hu, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Hey.
Right. So when you see a hey with a little quote next to it, that means Adonai or Hashem. Okay. So you'll often see that if somebody put, like, not in a prayer book, if somebody puts together some sort of a learning sheet or something, they'll put the hey with the apostrophe. So you either say Hashem or Adonai.
Oh, okay. Baruch Adonai.
Exactly. So, okay.
I noticed in the services, there's a different way to do Adonai too, right? With 2 I don't remember what it was, 2 years.
2 yuds, right. 2 yuds is Adonai also.
And 2 hays or something? We had 4 letters, or had 4.
Oh, Yud Hey Vav Hey.
Yud.
So Yud Hey Vav Hey is yeah. So like, I have my Siddur now. Look at that. Hold on. Here we go. So can you see where my finger is? Shema Yisrael Adonai Yud Hey Vav Hey.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And there's no vowels under it. That's how you know that it's not a word to be uttered. Yud Hey Vav Hey is what they have, what is in the Torah. I'm just looking for other examples of it. it's in the Torah, and it's not, it's the word for God that's not supposed to be uttered. If you try to like say those 4 letters, Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey together, all you're going to get is like a big breath. But anyway, okay.
And the hey and the yud together, we would say Hashem or Adonai or either one.
Either one. Either one. Some, you know, again, it depends on what setting you're in. If you're in an educational setting, you might say Adonai. If you're in, like I said, somebody's doing you're doing like off of a learning sheet or something, you would say Hashem, because you don't want to take God's name in vain. And Adonai is a higher word than Hashem for God. You know. I did not make that up though. Okay. Where did I get to? So that was Judy S. Judy L. Do you want to do line 10?
Baruch Melech Haolam Baruch Hu.
Perfect. All right, Dina, line 11.
Baruch.
Bar. Look at that word again, that first word. Sound it out.
Ba. Oh, that's an R, right?
Mm-hmm.
Barhu
Yes.
et Adonai.
Perfect.
Barhu et Adonai Le'olam.
Yes.
La'olam.
Yep. There should be a shva under that first lamed. But yeah, le'olam.
Le'olam.
Yes. All
Okay.
right, Jamie, last line.
Baruch Hu, Baruch, Baruch Hu, Baruch.
Perfect. Okay. Now we know the last 4 lines. So I will definitely tape for you the last 4 lines. I'm also going to tape, we have one more letter before the unit closes or whatever, but I wrote down a few lines that have everything but that letter in it. So I don't want to confuse you by doing one more letter because it's 2:20 already and I don't want to overdo it. So I will record those lines and I'll tell you in the email which lines those are so you can skip over the ones that we're not going to do. And I'll definitely do the first 4 lines of Shalom Aleichem. Anything else that you are seeing here from pages 20 to 25 to 26 that you want taped?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a problem following because I like always to know the meaning. What does it mean, the words?
Some of these words don't have meanings. They're just trying to teach you how to read.
I see.
So some of these words don't have meanings.
Okay, good to know that. Okay, thank you.
It's I don't know if this is a word in your vocabulary, but it's like a primer, right? When you're young and you get, just a bunch of nonsense to say just because you have to read the book, right?
Yeah, but you don't know what you are
I don't even
reading.
think my kids had primers. That's something from like when I was a kid.
But when you don't know what you are reading is sort of
Right.
difficult.
So when you're, and that's the good part of having like the Sim Shalom prayer book. I like it because I also could I could be following along and be like, well, what does that mean? And I could go over to the English and see how they
have the
translate
book.
it,
The book, yeah.
So, yeah. Any other questions about today or anything you feel that you want me to tape or anything like that? Okay. So now, Judy, we've learned all of the vowels. We're gonna learn, like, I think 2 exceptions that contain vowels, but you've learned all of the vowels, which is good. And next time you go to shul, you'll be able to follow along a little bit better because you have the bet, which is in Baruch, which is so much, it's a lot of what we're doing. And I knew that, but I knew I couldn't rush it before Rosh Hashanah, which was actually 2 weeks ago, to learn all of these, pages. I would have lost you. So, and as I was saying at the beginning of class, come beginning of December, I think the week after Thanksgiving, we'll start learning the blessings for Hanukkah, and then we'll learn the blessings for Aliyah Torah. And then at that point, I'll just start taking, requests from you. Like, what is it that you want to be able to follow along with, that comes in the service, and we'll get you there. And if that's Kaddish, if that's blessings, like I said, blessings for to get up when you go up to the Torah or whatever it is. But we'll start with Hanukkah so that you can impress your family with that. We'll do Kiddush so that you can, also follow along or impress your family with that. So.
Do you have any, when little kids learn the vowels, what kind of hints do teachers give the kids for remembering which vowel is which?
I don't know. You know what? Hold on one second. Let me see. I just happened to know it was in this box because that's the box I opened to get my Siddur and my whatever. But I have these primers from when I used to teach kids. I don't know if I ever gave them like that one hint I gave you today of the O and the U. That's like my finest moment, I think. Like you got it. So it says here, when you see a Hebrew vowel that's shaped like a stick or a stick with a handle, remember to say ah. So I don't know if that helps you. The E vowel is 1 dot under a letter. It looks like a little bead. Bead, E. So I don't know if that helps.
No, that's not the kind of hint I was looking for.
I know.
I like-
So does that help though? Is that?
I have
Yes.
to look them up.
Okay. I can flip through this book and see what else they get, if they give any other hints. So
Like we go A-E-I-O-U, this goes E-A-E.
right, well, right. This is an older primer.
I'll try and find something.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I bet if you Googled it, there might be something.
Like some stick in your mind and some don't.
Right.
It happens with any language.
True.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking for a little.
Right. There isn't any one particular one, but you know what? I will ask my my colleagues to teach also if they have anything that they do with theirs, and see if it rings a bell. Let's see here. Oh, here you were asking, Marcy. So here is, rule number 4, Adonai and Adonai.
Oh, okay.
Right? And it says in the prayer book and in the Torah, God's name is written Yud He Vav He, or this, we pronounce God's name Adonai. So, yeah, but I do like these rules at the end of the book. They have these little special rules, which are some of our exceptions. So I'm gonna notate that. But yeah, these are the kind of go-tos I go to when I get stuck with how to teach something. This is a totally different book. So, all right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else? I will look for vowel hints.
Good Shabbos,
Anything
everybody.
else? All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
have a
Good Shabbos.
great
Good
week, a
Shabbos.
great
Thank you.
Sukkot. Hopefully, if you don't build your own sukkah, try to at least have a meal in a sukkah. A lot of times, if you don't have a sukkah, or a friend of yours doesn't have a sukkah, or a family member, you can call up your synagogue and they'll say, well, these are the free nights. Just come and eat, like bring your own food, but come eat in the sukkah at the synagogue and they'll let you. So
We play
All right.
mahjong in my friend's sukkah.
there you listen, if you have a friend or a family member, then you're good to go. We're in this apartment building, so we can't build our own sukkah. So I'm going to a friend's of mine Sunday, and Tuesday I'm going to my brother's, and I called up my synagogue's about a half an hour away. We moved further from my synagogue, but I called up the local synagogue. I happen to know the rabbi there, and he said, just Sunday and Thursday we have programs. Every other night you're welcome to come. So that was nice. So, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See you next Friday.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Oops.